God's chosen ones, do not let this moment pass you by. What begins tonight has been set in motion long before you realized it. And I am speaking to you because something significant is drawing near. If you ignore this invitation, you could overlook the very blessing that has been waiting for you. These words are not meant to fill you with fear, but to awaken your heart to the reality that your life is entering a meaningful season. You have already sensed it, that quiet change within your spirit that you could never fully explain. It is not your imagination. It is a gentle confirmation that something important is unfolding, and this is why you need to remain here and listen with an open heart. This moment was not placed before you by accident. Type Amen if you believe. The message I am sharing is straightforward, yet it carries a depth that can transform the way you see what is happening tonight. This is not the result of luck or random events. It is the beginning of divine alignment, where opportunities that seemed impossible begin to reveal themselves. You have walked through seasons of uncertainty, long periods of waiting, and private struggles that no one truly understood. Yet every delay has been shaping you for what is now beginning to unfold. The season ahead is different because the path before you is finally opening. Even when it felt as though nothing was changing, preparation was taking place beneath the surface. During the moments when you questioned whether your prayers had been heard, unseen work was still being accomplished on your behalf. Tonight marks the start of a new chapter, not because every challenge disappears overnight, but because your eyes are about to recognize what was hidden for so long. The restlessness you have been carrying is not empty worry. It is a quiet awareness, calling you to look beyond the surface. Pay close attention to what is happening both inside your heart and in the circumstances surrounding you, because together they are pointing you toward the direction you have been seeking all along. You are not here by accident, and you are not hearing this by chance, because I guide my chosen ones when it matters most. This moment carries weight because it is connected to what you have been waiting for. Even if you could not fully describe it, you are standing at a point where your attention determines what you receive, and your awareness determines how you step forward. Before you go any further, take a moment and show your support by liking this video, because it helps this reach others who may need to hear it just as much as you do. You have been through moments where you felt overlooked, where it seemed like others moved ahead while you stayed in the same place. But what you did not see is that your path was being shaped differently, with deeper roots and stronger foundations. What unfolds tonight is connected to all those moments you thought were wasted. All the times you felt delayed or forgotten. Nothing was wasted, and nothing was ignored, because every step has been part of a larger preparation. You are not behind. You are positioned. And that difference will begin to show itself in ways you did not expect. There is also something important you must understand about regret, because the warning in this moment is not meant to scare you, but to sharpen your awareness. Regret does not come from failure alone. It comes from ignoring what you felt was important when it mattered most. Tonight is one of those moments where your attention matters, where your willingness to listen and reflect can change how you move forward. If you dismiss what you feel right now, you may look back and realize that this was a moment meant to guide you. That is why I am calling you to stay present, to stay open, and to take this seriously in your heart. Type 777 if you trust God. You have been protected in ways you do not fully understand. Even when situations seemed uncertain or overwhelming, there were moments that could have gone differently, paths that could have led you somewhere darker. But you were guided away without even realizing it. That protection is still with you now, And it is part of what is unfolding tonight. You are not stepping into this alone. And you are not being left to figure everything out by yourself. I walk with you in ways you cannot always see. And I guide you through thoughts, feelings, and quiet realizations that shape your decisions. What is coming is not something distant or abstract. It is something that touches your real life, your choices, your relationships, and your direction. You may notice small signs first, moments that feel different, conversations that carry new meaning, or opportunities that appear unexpectedly. Pay attention to these things because they are not random. They are part of how change begins. You do not need to force anything or rush ahead, because what is meant for you will come with clarity and confirmation. Your role is to stay aware, to listen to that inner sense that tells you when something matters. You have also been carrying weight that you were not meant to carry forever. And tonight begins a release, even if it happens quietly. Some burdens will start to lift, not all at once, but in a way that allows you to breathe again and see things differently. This is part of your restoration, part of how you move from survival into something more stable and meaningful. You are not meant to stay in a place of constant struggle, even if it has felt normal for a long time. There is more for you, and you are beginning to step toward it now. Do not underestimate the importance of this moment, because small shifts can lead to major changes over time. What you choose to focus on, what you decide to believe, and how you respond to what you feel tonight will shape what comes next. You are not powerless, and you are not just waiting for things to happen to you. You are involved in this process, and your awareness plays a role in how things unfold. This is not about perfection, but about willingness, about being open to what is being shown to you. Could a hidden part of your brain be influencing your ability to attract money? A Columbia study linked to CIA research points to a small brain mechanism activated through a simple 7-second ritual, backed by 4 neuroscience labs. This method is helping people move beyond financial struggles into more balanced lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and finally taking luxury vacations. However, this page might not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Tonight continues to open something within you, not in a loud or dramatic way, but in a way that reshapes how you see yourself and your path. You are beginning to notice things differently, and that shift is not accidental. It is the beginning of clarity entering your life. What once confused you will slowly start to make sense, and what once felt heavy will begin to feel lighter as understanding replaces doubt. Type yes to receive miracles. There is a part of you that has been waiting for confirmation, something to tell you that you are not imagining the changes you feel inside. That confirmation is already here, not as a single event, but as a series of realizations that come together piece by piece. You are starting to understand why certain things did not work out, why certain people moved out of your life, and why some doors stayed closed despite your effort. Those moments were not rejections. They were redirections, guiding you towards something more aligned with who you are becoming. Tonight continues that process, helping you see what truly belongs in your life and what does not. You have carried questions that stayed with you for a long time. Questions about your purpose, your direction, and your worth. Those questions did not go unanswered. Even when it felt like silence was all you received, the answers are coming through your growth, through your changing perspective. And through the way you now respond to situations that once overwhelmed you, you are not the same person you were before. Even if the outside of your life still looks similar, something deeper has shifted. And that inner change is what prepares you for what comes next. There is also something you need to release. Something you have been holding on to because it feels familiar. Even if it causes you pain, you have grown attached to certain patterns, certain ways of thinking, and certain expectations that no longer serve you. Tonight is asking you to loosen your grip on those things. Not all at once, but enough to allow something new to enter your life. You cannot fully receive what is coming if you are still holding tightly to what is meant to leave. Letting go is not loss in this moment. It is preparation for what is better aligned with you. Type 2222 to receive miracles. You are also being reminded that your timing has always been different. And that difference is not a disadvantage. While others may have moved quickly, you have been moving deeply, learning lessons that will stay with you and strengthen you in ways that speed cannot replace. Your journey has required patience, endurance, and faith. Even when you could not see the full picture, that patience is now becoming a strength, something that allows you to move forward with greater clarity and confidence. You are not rushing into what comes next. You are stepping into it with awareness. There are moments ahead where you will be tested again, but not in the same way as before. These tests will not be about your survival, but about your choices, about whether you trust what you have learned or fall back into old habits. You will recognize these moments when they come because they will feel familiar, like situations you have already faced. The difference is that you are no longer the same, and you now have the ability to respond differently. That is how growth shows itself, not by avoiding challenges, but by meeting them with new understanding. You have also been protected from things you never saw, situations that could have caused harm if they had unfolded differently. That protection has not left you, and it continues to surround you even now. There are paths you will never walk, not because you missed them, but because they were never meant for you. Trust that what is kept away from you is just as important as what is brought into your life. You are guided not only by what you receive, but also by what you are spared from. As tonight continues, you may feel moments of quiet reflection, times where your mind turns inward, and you begin to think about your life in a deeper way. Do not ignore these moments, because they are part of how you process what is changing within you. You do not need to have all the answers right now, and you do not need to force clarity to come faster than it is ready. What matters is that you stay open, that you allow yourself to feel and understand what is happening at your own pace. This is not a race. It is a transition. You are also learning to trust yourself again, something that may have been shaken by past experiences and disappointments. There were times when you doubted your instincts, when you questioned your decisions, and when you felt unsure of your own judgment. But those experiences did not take away your ability to know what is right for you. They only challenged it. Now, you are beginning to reconnect with that inner sense, that quiet, knowing that guides you without needing constant validation from others. This trust in yourself is essential for what comes next. You may not see the full outcome yet, and that is okay, because you are not meant to know everything in advance. If you could see everything clearly, you might try to control it, to shape it according to your fears or expectations. Instead, you are being asked to walk forward step by step, allowing each moment to reveal what you need to know. This kind of trust is not always easy, but it leads you to places that planning alone cannot reach. You are learning to move with both awareness and faith, and that balance will carry you forward. There is also a sense of renewal beginning to take hold, a quiet shift that makes you feel like something is starting again within you. This is not about returning to who you were, but about becoming more fully who you are meant to be. You are letting go of versions of yourself that were shaped by fear, by limitation, and by the expectations of others. In their place, something more authentic is emerging, something that feels both new and deeply familiar at the same time. This is your true self coming forward step by step. Why are so many people talking about the billionaire brainwave? A leading neuroscientist says it was identified during a private program based on CIA research. This 7-second ritual, confirmed by 4 neuroscience labs, helps align your thinking with better financial outcomes. Many are moving away from stress into improved lifestyles with dream homes, luxury cars, and the freedom to enjoy luxury vacations. But this discovery may be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone. As this continues to unfold, you will notice changes not only within yourself, but also in how others respond to you. Some people may feel drawn to your energy, while others may seem distant or disconnected. This is a natural part of growth, because as you change, your connections also shift. You do not need to hold on to relationships that no longer feel right, and you do not need to chase those who are moving away. The right people will align with you naturally without force or struggle. This awareness is not meant to overwhelm you, but to guide you toward a life that feels more aligned and meaningful. You are no longer meant to move through life on autopilot, repeating the same patterns without understanding them. Something within you is asking for change, and tonight continues to bring that into focus. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. There were times when you accepted less than what you deserved because you did not fully recognize your own value. You tolerated situations that drained your energy, relationships that left you feeling unseen, and paths that did not reflect who you truly are. But you have grown since then, and you are no longer the same person who accepted those conditions. You are beginning to understand that your worth is not determined by how others treat you, but by how you see and honor yourself. This understanding is shaping the decisions you are starting to make, even if they feel small right now. You may also notice a growing sense of distance from things that once felt important to you. This is not a loss, but a sign that you are evolving beyond what once held your attention. What used to excite you may now feel empty, and what once satisfied you may now feel incomplete. This shift is guiding you towards something more meaningful, even if you cannot fully define it yet. You are not losing your direction. You are refining it, moving closer to what truly resonates with you. There is also a quiet strength building within you, one that does not rely on external validation or constant reassurance. This strength comes from experience, from the challenges you have faced and the lessons you have learned along the way. You have survived moments that once felt impossible, and that resilience is now becoming part of how you carry yourself. You may not always feel strong, but your ability to keep going has proven otherwise. This strength will support you as you continue to move forward, even when things feel uncertain. Type 1111 if you believe. You are also learning to set boundaries, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. There are things you can no longer allow into your life without questioning their impact on you. This includes not only people, but also habits, thoughts, and environments that do not support your growth. Setting boundaries is not about pushing others away, but about protecting what is important to you. It is about recognizing that your time, energy, and attention are valuable, and they should be used wisely. This is a sign of growth, not rejection. There will be moments when you question whether you are making the right choices, especially when those choices lead you away from what feels familiar. Doubt may try to pull you back into old patterns, reminding you of what you used to know, even if it was not right for you. In those moments, remember how far you have come and why you started changing in the first place. You are not moving backward, even if it feels uncertain. You are moving into something new. Trust that discomfort is part of growth, not a sign that you are doing something wrong. You have also been learning the importance of patience. Even when everything inside you wants immediate answers, not everything will be revealed at once. And not every step will make sense in the moment. Some things require time to unfold, and that time is part of the process, not a delay. You are being shaped by the waiting, learning to hold on to your direction even when you cannot see the outcome. This patience will serve you in ways you do not yet fully understand. There is also a sense of clarity beginning to form, even if it is still incomplete. You are starting to see patterns in your life, connections between events that once felt unrelated. This clarity is helping you understand why certain things happened the way they did and what they were meant to teach you. You are not meant to carry confusion forever, and that is why understanding is slowly taking its place. This clarity will continue to grow as you stay present and attentive. You may also feel a stronger connection to your inner voice, that quiet sense that guides you without needing constant explanation. This voice has always been there, but it may have been drowned out by noise, doubt, or external influence. Now, you are learning to listen again, to trust what you feel, even when it goes against what others expect. This connection is essential because it helps you navigate your path with greater confidence. You are not meant to rely solely on outside direction, but to develop your own sense of guidance. As you continue on this path, you will encounter opportunities that reflect the changes happening within you. These opportunities may not always look the way you expect, and they may require you to step outside your comfort zone, but they are aligned with your growth, and they are meant to help you move forward. You do not need to force these opportunities to appear. They will come as you continue to align yourself with what feels right. Your role is to recognize them when they do. What if the real reason most manifestation methods do not work has finally been explained? A top neuroscientist linked to CIA research says, without the right brainwave, results stay inconsistent. This 7-second ritual, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people approach money differently and improve their direction. Many are now stepping into dream homes, buying luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations they once thought were out of reach. But this information might not stay available online. Click the link in the description and comments before it gets removed. There is also a growing sense of peace that will begin to replace the constant tension you may have felt before. This peace is not the absence of challenges, but the presence of understanding and acceptance. You are learning to let go of what you cannot control and focus on what you can. This shift in perspective allows you to move through life with less resistance and more clarity. You are not fighting every moment. You are flowing with what is unfolding. You are not alone in this process, even when it feels like you are walking your path by yourself. There is guidance around you, support that may not always be visible, but is always present. You are being led. Even in moments of uncertainty, even when you feel unsure of your next step, trust that you are not left to figure everything out on your own. You are supported in ways that go beyond what you can currently see. What is taking place is far more than a change in your circumstances. It is the quiet renewal of your heart and mind. With each passing moment, you are becoming more centered, more confident, and more connected to the person you were created to be. This inner growth will naturally influence every part of your journey, shaping the choices you make, the relationships you nurture, and the purpose that guides your life. This kind of transformation does not happen in a single evening. It unfolds little by little, growing stronger with every faithful step you choose to take. Remain patient with the process, because it is leading you towards something genuine and enduring. Certain things needed to leave your life so you could finally recognize what truly belongs in your future and what was only meant to be temporary. There were moments when you fought to keep situations alive, believing they would eventually change. You waited for people to understand your heart and walk beside you, but not everyone was meant to continue the journey with you. Tonight brings a deeper understanding of that truth, helping you release what no longer serves your path without allowing resentment to take root within your spirit. This is not an invitation to erase your past. It is an opportunity to lay down the burden it has carried for so long, so you can step forward with freedom and peace. Type 1010 to receive blessings. At the same time, your view of your own story is beginning to change. You are no longer defining your life by its hardships alone. Instead, you are discovering strength in the very places where you once saw only pain. Every obstacle has refined your character. Every trial has given you wisdom, and every difficult season has prepared you for this moment. Even experiences that once seemed unfair are revealing the purpose they carried all along. This renewed perspective does not ignore the struggles you endured. Rather, it reshapes the way those experiences live within you, turning past wounds into lasting sources of courage, faith, and hope. You have also been learning the difference between forcing something to happen and allowing something to unfold. There were times when you tried to push forward to make things work even when they resisted you. That effort came from a place of desire and hope. But it also created frustration when things did not move the way you wanted. Now, you are stepping into a different approach, one that involves patience and awareness. You are learning to recognize when something flows naturally and when something requires too much force, and that understanding is guiding your actions. Type 222 to claim miracles. There is a calm beginning to replace the urgency you once felt, and that calm is a sign that you are aligning with your path. You are no longer chasing every opportunity or reacting to every situation with the same intensity. Instead, you are becoming more selective, more thoughtful about where you place your energy. This does not mean you have lost your drive, but that your drive is becoming more focused and intentional. You are learning that not everything requires your attention, and that realization is freeing. You may also feel a growing sense of independence, not in the sense of isolation, but in the way you rely on your own understanding. You are no longer looking outward for constant validation or direction because you are beginning to trust your own judgment. This trust has been built through experience, through mistakes, through learning what works and what does not. It is not perfect, but it is real, and it is becoming stronger with each step you take. You are learning to stand on your own decisions without needing constant reassurance. There is also a deeper level of honesty emerging within you. One that requires you to face truths you may have avoided before. You are starting to acknowledge things you once ignored, patterns you once denied, and feelings you once pushed aside. This honesty is not meant to criticize you, but to help you grow. You cannot change what you refuse to see. And now you are seeing more clearly than before. This clarity may feel uncomfortable at times, but it is necessary for your transformation. As this continues, you will notice that your priorities are shifting in ways that feel both unfamiliar and right. What once seemed important may no longer hold the same value, and what you once overlooked may now feel significant. This is not confusion. It is realignment, a natural part of growth that adjusts your focus. You are beginning to invest your time and energy in things that truly matter to you. This shift will shape your future in ways that go beyond what you can currently imagine. You are also being reminded that your journey does not need to look like anyone else's. It is easy to compare yourself to others, to measure your progress against what you see around you. But your path is unique, and it is unfolding according to a different timeline. What is meant for you will come in a way that fits your life, not someone else's. Trust that your journey is valid, even if it looks different from what you expected. Have you heard about the private group of neuroscientists working on brainwaves connected to money? A top researcher revealed this work was based on CIA studies not meant for public release yet. The result is a simple 7-second ritual, validated by 4 neuroscience labs now practiced at home. Many who once struggled financially are now living in dream homes, owning luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could disappear without warning. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. There will be moments where you feel uncertain again, where you question whether you are moving in the right direction. This is a natural part of growth, not a sign that you are lost. Uncertainty does not erase your progress. It simply reflects that you are stepping into something new. You are not meant to have every answer, only the willingness to keep moving forward. That willingness is what carries you through moments of doubt. You are also learning to recognize the difference between fear and intuition, something that may have felt confusing before. Fear often pulls you back, keeps you stuck, and focuses on what could go wrong. Intuition, on the other hand, guides you forward with a quiet sense of knowing, even when it feels uncertain. As you continue to grow, you will become better at telling the difference between these two. This awareness will help you make decisions that align with your true direction. There is a sense of renewal continuing to build within you, one that is not loud but steady. You are not becoming someone entirely new, but you are becoming more of who you truly are. This process involves shedding layers that were never truly yours, beliefs that were shaped by fear, expectations that were placed on you by others. As these layers fall away, what remains is something more authentic and grounded. This is the version of you that is ready to move forward. You are also beginning to understand that growth is not always comfortable, and that discomfort does not mean something is wrong. Change often brings uncertainty, and uncertainty can feel unsettling. But within that discomfort is the space where transformation happens. You are stepping out of what is known and into what is possible. And that transition takes courage. You are stronger than you realize. Even when you feel unsure, there is also a quiet sense of hope returning, even if it is not fully formed yet. You may not have all the answers, but you are starting to believe that something better is possible. This hope is not based on illusion, but on the changes you are experiencing within yourself. You are beginning to see that your life can move in a different direction, one that feels more aligned with who you are. This belief will continue to grow as you move forward. You have grown beyond many of the things that once defined you, and even though the change feels quiet, it is real and lasting. Tonight continues to deepen that separation between who you were and who you are becoming. This is not a sudden break, but a steady release that allows you to move forward without being pulled backward. Type 777 to affirm your belief. There is also a stronger sense of direction beginning to form within you. Even if you cannot yet explain it fully, you may not have a clear map of where you are going, but you feel a pull towards something that feels right. This feeling is not random. It is a sign that you are aligning with your path in a deeper way. You are no longer drifting without purpose, even if your steps still feel uncertain at times. Each decision you make with awareness brings you closer to what is meant for you. You are also learning to let silence guide you instead of fearing it. There were times when silence felt uncomfortable, when you filled it with distractions to avoid facing your thoughts. But now, silence is becoming a space where clarity can grow, where you can hear yourself more clearly. In that quiet, you are beginning to understand things that noise once hid from you. This is where real insight begins, not in chaos, but in stillness. Type 1111 to affirm. There is something else unfolding within you, something that is changing how you respond to challenges. You are no longer reacting from the same place of fear or urgency that once controlled you. Instead, you are beginning to pause, to observe, and to choose your response with greater awareness. This shift may seem small, but it changes everything about how you experience life. You are moving from reaction to intention, and that is a powerful transformation. You have also started to recognize the importance of protecting your energy in a way you did not before. Not everything deserves your attention, and not everyone deserves access to your inner world. You are learning to step back from what drains you without feeling guilty for doing so. This is not selfishness. It is self-respect, and it allows you to focus on what truly matters. Your energy is limited, and how you use it shapes your experience. There will be moments when you feel tested again, when situations arise that seem to challenge everything you have learned. These moments are not meant to break you, but to strengthen what is already growing within you. You will notice that you are handling these situations differently, even if it feels subtle at first. You are not the same person you were before, and your responses are beginning to reflect that. This is how you know that your growth is real. You are also beginning to understand that not every answer needs to come immediately. There was a time when uncertainty felt unbearable, when you needed clarity right away to feel at ease. But now, you are learning to sit with the unknown, to trust that answers will come when they are ready. The patience you are learning is not about standing still. It is the quiet strength of trusting the path even when every answer has not yet been revealed. It gives you the stability to remain at peace while life continues to unfold. At the same time, your vision of the future is changing. You are no longer allowing yesterday's disappointments to determine tomorrow's possibilities. A new confidence is rising within you, convincing you that something greater can happen. Even before you understand exactly how it will come together, that growing confidence matters because it prepares your heart to recognize opportunities you may have overlooked in the past. You are beginning to picture a future that reflects the person you are becoming instead of the person you used to be. Every step forward is helping you build a life that feels more authentic, more meaningful, and more closely aligned with your purpose. This is how a new beginning quietly takes shape. Could a simple 7-second practice truly help you approach financial opportunities with a different mindset? According to research associated with CIA-related studies, specific brainwave patterns may influence the way people notice and respond to opportunities around them. This method, reportedly examined by 4 neuroscience laboratories, has encouraged many individuals to move beyond constant financial stress and pursue a more abundant way of living. Many people say they have experienced remarkable changes, from purchasing the homes they once dreamed about to enjoying luxury vehicles and unforgettable vacations. Because this information may not remain available indefinitely, be sure to check the link in the description and comments before it is removed. Remember, you were never meant to walk this road by yourself. Even during seasons when you feel isolated, unseen guidance continues to surround you. Support is present in ways that are not always obvious, leading you through your thoughts, the impressions placed upon your heart, and the circumstances unfolding around you. Have confidence that you are not facing this journey alone. You are being guided and strengthened in ways that extend far beyond what your eyes can presently recognize. You have also become more sensitive to the difference between what requires constant struggle and what flows with a sense of peace. That growing awareness is helping you choose paths, relationships, and decisions that reflect the person you are truly becoming, allowing your life to move with greater clarity, purpose, and confidence.